was a slow repeating sound within the gloomy turbolift as it passed by each floor level. The view through the window on the back wall showed the ever-busy streets of Coruscant, the capital planet of the Galactic Republic, the symbol of galactic peace and justice. Covered by enormous skyscrapers, landing hubs, skyway traffic, and species from all over the galaxy, the planet never finds rest, lighted by excitement and wonder. But underneath the policies of protection and freedom declared by the Republic stood the ever-looming goal of greed and control. The political leaders became corrupt or complacent, either ignoring the corruption across the galaxy or embracing it. Far too many bureaucrats hid their corruption behind the glamour of their status, their position amongst the great minds of society whose sole goal was continuing peace and prosperity for the Republic. Their true nature was hidden by the glory of their appearance, reflected by the striking situation of Coruscant, the jewel of the Republic. Slowly the city lights began to fade from the glass opening of the turbolift, being consumed by the darkness of the Underworld. The higher levels of the planet were full of excitement, thriving business, and entertainment, home to some of the biggest spaceports and arenas in the galaxy equipped with the highest technological advancements. But beneath all this lay the old realm of the lower levels, which had been abandoned to decay and waste. The hive of scum and villainy, the Underworld, had no laws, no justice, no slight indication of the peace that was praised thousands of feet above. But similarities of the Underworld and the political corruption are what bring this turbolift past levels it does not pass often. Lloyd Cromar, a human male, has seen the true face of the bureaucrats, but has been more focused on his own agenda. Lloyd is a bodyguard and assistant of Floyd Trombar, the senator of Rhodia. Senator Trombar would send Lloyd to buy information for leverage within the Senate to help boost Trombar's reputation. For this assignment, Lloyd was to meet his client down in the Underworld. The Nemoidian with the information had said that what he carried was of great importance in revealing the true nature of a certain senator, and he could not delay, otherwise the information would be gone for good. Lloyd had heard the script before, but yet could not pass up on the possibility.
Ground floor.
Lloyd walked out and went to the bar to have a drink. He was a little early, trying to avoid suspicious eyes before heading to the meeting place. The small activity that was going on began to dwindle, and Lloyd paid his tip and took his leave. It was a dark night. All light from above was blocked by the layers and layers of structures, and the little light that came from the shops on the ground were going dim. Lloyd made his way along the ruined city, down long alleyways and through abandoned buildings. He reached the meeting point under a lamppost behind the abandoned spaceport, but the Minoidian was nowhere to be found. Lloyd waited, sitting down against the lamppost. It was getting colder as night fell, and Lloyd was getting anxious, but there was a stir just ahead. Lloyd quickly jumped up, alert, knowing it could be anyone, yet hoping it was his client. Nothing came about. Suddenly the lamppost went out, and it was completely dark. Lloyd whipped out his light and looked around. The air seemed to grow thin, and Lloyd's heart rate was increasing. Lloyd now saw a cloaked figure standing in the distance. He cried out, "Mr. Hegre!" as he walked towards the figure, but there was no response. Lloyd's light was suddenly jerked out from his grasp, but the figure was still 15 feet away. Lloyd pulled out his pistol and pointed at the man and yelled, "Who are you?" Yet there was no reply. "Show yourself!" Then a bright red beam of light sprang out from the figure. Lloyd opened fire, but the figure leaped toward him, deflecting the shots away, piercing Lloyd with the red beam. The beam burned straight through the center of Lloyd's chest. He fell to the ground, and the dark figure was no more. Lloyd was never looked for by Trombar, nor the information that Lloyd sought ever recovered, which was the real pity. The information that Lloyd sought, if it had been revealed, would have changed the course of the future for the whole galaxy. But darkness continued to grow on Coruscant, waiting for its time to consume the light.